Welcome to Heath Riles Barbecue. On today's episode of Shooting the Q, we're going to be cooking double garlic bone-in ribeyes on the PK grill over a little roll oak charcoal with, of course, some grill grates. Let's get started. All right, to get started on these bone-in ribeyes, I'm keeping it very simple. I picked up a couple bone-in ribeyes about 1 1/4 inch cut from my local butcher here in town, Brad Pure. He's at the butcher shop off of Nail Road and Getwell in South Haven, Mississippi. I'm going to be using both of my rubs, the garlic jalapeno as a base and the garlic butter rub. It's going to give the flavor that you've never heard before on a flame-kissed ribeye. So to get started on these, I'm going to use a little bit of olive oil for a binder, and I'm going to rub it in. Now, as soon as I coat these steaks, I'm going to come back with some garlic jalapeno rub. Now, this is just a salt, pepper, garlic blend with a little bit of jalapeno powder added, and it's got a couple different kinds of garlic. Now, once I get that sprinkled in, I'm going to come back with a little garlic butter. Garlic butter is a little more coarse, got a little chunkiness to it. It's got several types of garlic in it, a little bit of butter, so it's got a really unique flavor profile to that. Now, I'm going to get these steaks turned over. I'm going to repeat the process to let them sweat in. Now that we've got both our steaks seasoned, we're going to make sure our grill's fired up, get our grill grates over that fire once we empty it out, and let these sweat in, and we're going to get to cooking them. All right, now that we've got a chimney full of roll oak charcoal, I'm going to go ahead and get my tumbleweeds lit and get the charcoal over it so it can start heating up where we can get these steaks grilled. All right, now we've got our steaks out here ready to grill. Our grill is up to temp. Our grates is going to be somewhere around 550 degrees the way I have the grill set here. I'm going to get these bone-in ribeyes on. I'm only going to cook them about 3 minutes a side, so about 1.5 minutes, and I want to spin them for grill marks and then flip. So let's get started. All right, I've got my grill grates oiled down, and now I want to go ahead and set these on. Set them on at an angle, let them smear down, get the grill lid shut, let it go 1.5 minutes. We want to check our grill marks and go ahead and twist them. Oh yeah. I'm gonna get that turned over. All right, it's been another 1.5 minutes. Now let's get our steaks flipped. Oh yeah. Beautiful bone-in ribeyes, some good hatch marks. Get our grill lid shut and let them go another 1.5 minutes. All right, we're back for another flip, or another spin anyway. All right, let's let them go another 1.5 minutes, and then we'll check them, see where they're at. All right, our steaks have been on a total of 6 minutes. Let's check it out here and see what we got. We're at about 110, 11 degrees in one, and in the center of another one, we're about the same thing. Pretty close to it, just a little off. So I'm gonna move them over here to the cool zone of the fire so they don't keep cooking on one side. And I'm gonna keep a watch on these steaks, which I don't think it will take but about another 4 or 5 minutes to finish coming up to temp. I wanna pull them about 120 degrees. I'm looking for a medium rare on these steaks today. All right, I'm hitting 120 degrees on one of them, and I'm hitting, well, 123, 124 on another one. I'm gonna go ahead and get them pulled. That's where I want them at, and get them plated up. All right, now we've got our steaks in here on the cutting board. The only thing that I want to do to these steaks, I've got some salted butter. I've got some little pads. I'm going to lay 2 pads on each one. And then I'm gonna take a piece of foil. I'm gonna get these steaks covered up to let them rest, let that butter kind of melt on them, let them come on up. They should be the perfect medium rare temp. Now, I'm not gonna cover it all the way. I'm just loosely covering it. I put it under 2 ends, leave the other sides open. I'm gonna let it rest for about 7 to 8 minutes, and then we'll slice into one and see what they're like. Now that our bone-in ribeyes are off the grill, they've rested for almost 10 minutes. I wanna recap what I've done. I took 2 beautiful 1¼ inch bone-in ribeyes that I got from my buddy Brad Pierce at Butcher Block in South Haven, Mississippi. I rubbed them down a little bit of olive oil. I seasoned them with my garlic jalapeno rub and my garlic butter rub for the perfect double garlic flavor on these steaks. I grilled them on my PK grill over roll oak charcoal with some GrillGrates. I cooked them 3 minutes per side, rotating after 1.5 minutes. And when I had a total cook time of about 6 minutes, the steaks were about 110 degrees, 106 to 110. I moved them off to the cool side of the fire. It took about another 6 minutes for them to finish. One steak hit 120, one of them hit 124. I pulled them, let them rest like I said for almost 10 minutes, and now it's the moment of truth. I'm ready to slice into them. Let's get them on the cutting board and see what they look like. And most importantly, eat some. Let's see what we look like here. Oh yeah, that's the perfect medium rare, what we're looking for right there. I'm gonna go in here and cut me a little bit out of the center of this. And let's try this thing. I may have just discovered the most flavorful recipe for a steak that I've ever cooked. It's got really good punch to it. It's got a little bit of heat on the back end from where I went heavy with the garlic jalapeno, and it was cooked perfect to my liking. Remember, if you like what we're doing on our channel, be sure to like, subscribe, share it with your friends. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and now TikTok at Heath Riles Barbecue. Thanks for watching.